If you've ever felt out of place, if you've ever felt different, quiet in a world that's loud, then today's episode is for you. Because Jesus understands that he didn't fit in either. Now imagine, a long time ago as a child, Jesus walked a road few could understand, the lonely road of innocence. Nazareth bustled with the laughter and energy of children, their bare feet stirring dust as they played in the sun. Games, teasing, rough housing, all part of growing up in that small village. But Jesus, he was different. It wasn't that he didn't laugh or smile. Oh, he did. His laughter was pure, like morning dew. His smile brought comfort to those around him. But there was something in him that made other children pause. A stillness, a purity, a kindness that could not be shaken. He didn't join in the games. He didn't laugh at cruelty. When other children told stories and lied or picked on the weak, Jesus stood apart, and that made him a target. They mocked him. Not openly, not always with words, but in the way children do when someone's different, when someone shines a light too bright for them to see or understand. They tried to draw him in. Just once, come with us. Don't be so serious. It's just a joke. But he wouldn't. Not out of pride, but purpose, because he knew who he was, and even as a child, he understood why he had come. Now imagine that, being 10 years old and already carrying the knowledge that you were born to die. For others, Jesus saw the sacrifices in the temple. He watched as lambs were brought by trembling hands, sinners seeking mercy, and somehow he knew those lambs pointed directly to him. While others diligently memorized scripture by rote, Jesus lived it. When challenged, he would gently respond, "It is written," not to win arguments, but to reveal truth. He had no desire to be admired. He only wanted to please his Father. But don't mistake his gentleness for weakness. There was strength in him that no storm could move. And with just one look, he could pierce your heart. When other children twisted his kindness to take advantage of him, Jesus still gave a word, a small coin, or part of his meal. Not because he didn't see their motives, but because his love he gave anyway. And when things became too much, when loneliness knocked too hard on the door of his own heart, he would retreat to the hills, to the trees, to the animals who listened without judgment. He would speak to the birds, to the lambs, to the sky. And they listened, because even all of creation knew who he was. Can you see him there? A child sitting alone, hands clasped in prayer, watching ants carry crumbs, wondering what pain they must endure. He saw the invisible. He loved the forgotten. And through it all, he grew, in wisdom, in stature, in favor with God and man. Not because he followed the crowd, but because he followed his Father. And maybe that's what today's message is really all about. You don't have to fit in to be whole. You don't have to be popular to be purposeful. If you felt alone, Jesus knows. If you've stood for what's right and been left out, he's been there. And if the world has ever mocked your purity, your kindness, your faith, just remember, the same world couldn't understand this small child who came to save it. So in our next episode, The Voice in the Wilderness, we move closer to the River Jordan, to the moment the child becomes a man and heaven breaks its silence. Until then, stay close to the one who walks with the lonely and walks it well.